Mm. Hi guys, so I want to continue with the story of Daughter of Two Lands from where I left it. Today I'm holding I'm holding the my phone that I use as a camera, and yeah, and the funny thing is I've forgotten where to look at to make sure I'm looking at you guys. So honestly, I hope I am doing it correctly. Now I left where mom already, my dad, Mr. Lang, came to marry for the traditional bridal rites, whereby they bring cows and it's like a festive season. Oh my God, it's beautiful. And yeah, you're allowed to give me your opinion on traditional marriage. For me, I still believe in it. I still believe it's an honor and it's a way also to appreciate the parents, And oh, I love it. I love it all the way. Mm. Okay, so now after that, what I remember is we moved to Lodwar, Turkana. It is really hot, really, really hot. And since my dad was working with the government and he was a district accountant, we had a house, and I think one of the best houses around there. And the government houses by that time, it was like how can I describe a big compound normally, and I think it goes by ranks, right? And there were quarters, servants' quarters, SQs, I think that's what we call them. And like the outside veranda. Most of the old houses had what we call verandas or corridors. I don't know if this is different, but like in our house here, when you check, we have lots of corridors because this is a house that was built, I think, from 88 to 89. 89 is where we did the function for welcoming people. I think it was, if not 89, it was 90. Lord God. Yeah. So it was hot. It was really, really hot. I know the difference from where my mom stayed, where I was living, to Lodo was very big because South Nyanza, because my mom comes from South Nyanza, somewhere, let's see, how do we call this? You either alight from Kokuro or Ranen, okay? And those are places where people do lots of plantation, like you get cronuts, you get sugarcane, you get vegetables, you get sweet potatoes. It's a green place. It's cold. It's the weather not very cold, but yeah, it rains a lot. It's green, and Lodwa is a desert. I honestly think that's a desert. It was really hot. We had our friends who were the Turkanas, very lovely people. They used to do, I don't know now, but then they would do more of you tie like laces or bed sheets, and they were not thieves. The only time I heard of someone stealing, they went to the airline and they actually stole bed sheets. Yeah, okay. So, right, there's a message coming in. Oh, I forgot to switch off my what do you call it? The Wi-Fi. Okay, so that is part of it. But I love life in Turkana. It was so innocent as I can recall it right now. And that's where my mom had my follower now, Linda. Our second was born. there. Yeah, and when I started my education, I formally, because I would run and go to school because my mom's sister chose, was actually staying with us at that particular time. I can remember. Even Tina, now these are the youngest from my mom's family. You know, there are lots of kids. So the older ones are older, and the younger ones come down to now near my age. And Tina was actually my age mate. And then the last one was Bade. He is actually younger than me. Yeah, so I recall seeing Tina and Betty, and there's a point where I also recall seeing Sawa, that's another brother of my mama, and where I also recall seeing Kennedy. Now that's Uncle Kennedy, and then all these are uncles and aunties, by the way, and also recall seeing Aunt Lucy, and I think also Auntie Dottie, and my grandma and my grandfather. And Uncle George. I can remember Uncle George because he even came and worked there. You know, Uncle George was older than my mom. And they were very close. They were very, very close. He went to be with the Lord. I really do miss him. He was this quiet guy, handsome, you know, very quiet. Okay, anyway, so right there, my mom used to do lots of giving of food. And this is something I got from my mom. You know, the giving part where you want to share with the community, give back to the community. My mama practiced this from a very young age. You know, these civil servants, I don't know if everyone, but my dad would get from the government, they would get like powdered milk, powdered, sorry, powdered milk in a sack, a huge sack. Even beans would come in a sack. This maize flour that has already, it's a flour already, not that the maize itself we have to grind. No. Now we had those kind of foods. Even meat, we used to get them on cans. Yeah. In fact, yesterday, Mama was telling me I do miss the tinned meat. You know, they're like canned meat. If you go to supermarket, pick some for me. Yeah, they have a unique taste. I don't know, but I love them too. It's different, like really. And mom would bring like milk out and beans, and then flour. You know, like not flour for chapati, for sima. If you live in Africa, you know most of African countries, most, not all, our staple food is actually maize. We grind it and we eat it with most of our meals. Yeah. I hear in Uganda it's different. They like more bananas, you know, and I'm sure other country have not really traveled like, you know, differently. But I know like our staple food here in Kenya, most of the county we do maize a lot with most of the food. Yeah. Um. So mom would let people go in a line and come with their whatever they want to carry their food in, and they will get oil for cooking. They will get powdered milk, especially those with children. Mom had a heart so much for children, and yeah, and some also we were educating. Their schools were not really that good. Yeah, because I remember I would go to school. I was not formally there, but I would go. Like, I leave the house and I'm going to school. Mom is not paying fee for me because the sister was going to school there, her sisters. And I remember there's this time we would go and we would stop at this shop and they had this candy, chewing gums. And since I was the youngest, they make me ask for water. So when they go in to get water, they were stealing. Like, yeah, oh, they were stealing. Picking the sweets, them goodies, you know. And when I come back, we buy something for either a cent or what. Because by that time, you could use your ndururus and pennies and, you know, and 1 shilling. And when we reached at school, it was really hot. It was so hot that when you open the tap water, it would burn you. It would burn you. So people would have these bottles, but they wrap clothes around it and put water and near the window where like where the wind is passing by. Yeah, but thank God we had a fridge. Yeah, oh, thank God we had one. Because wow, hey. Now when I was starting officially school, my parents sent me to a boarding school in nursery, and that's when I went to Jack and Jill Kitale. And that's where I started my schooling. And it wasn't long before, and my parents transferred to Bungoma. My dad actually is the one who transferred, so my mom had to. We had to all move to Bungoma, and that was now a different place altogether. It was green. It was green, yeah. Oh, it was raining, flowers, and it was so enjoyable in its own way. It was so enjoyable. But their mom didn't start a shop because in Lodwar she also had this shop where she would sell like uh, like dolls, things for tailors, and all that. Yeah, like it was a beautiful shop. And mom told me I had to work because I had to also support my parents, send them something every month. You see, my dad was always looking forward every month for my for the telegram, you know, and it was something big she had to do because she knew that they needed that also at that time. And she took it seriously. It was not a joke for her, trust me. And when we went to Bungoma, what Mama would do was tailoring clothes for children. I remember so well that she would make the baby shawls and the panties, like for kids, and do the little rubbers, that holds a bit. And then we would go to the maternity ward, and she would sell them there. And that's when she was expecting our third child. We not ours, hers. Vivian. And yeah, and though Vivian, she came to deliver in Kisumu, but the pregnancy termed in Bungoma. Yeah, so this is the end of part two. We'll continue, people. We'll continue. Yeah. Oh, see ya.